Hey everyone. So, I just got back from vacation, and I thought, um, as much as I had missed Dark Souls, you guys probably needed some content from me. So today we will be looking at a weapon I started using today. Like seriously, I went and got it, started using it, fell in love with the scaling. Which I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. You'll also see that I'm doing this much damage and I'm not even that high of a level either. Okay, so let me show you my stats real quick. So look at this. An AR of 210 with 20 strength, 20 dexterity. I almost said dexterity for some reason. I'm only level 29. And then this is, well, it is refined, which is quality build infusion, plus 2. Look at that. 83 physical bonus damage, which, if I'm not mistaken on bonus damage, that's how much you get when you scale it. So, yeah, that's how much it has been boosted by scaling, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's how much it gets boosted by. When you add 127 to 83, you get 210. The armor set is just because it looks really cool with the mace. But yeah, we are looking at the mace. And this armor set also has some pretty good protection. It's pretty early game. I started with a thief. I started this build today, a few hours ago. I started with the thief. And I have an AR of 210, and in my opinion, one of the most broken weapons in the game. At a pretty high level already. So, think this weapon's good? Look at this. I just 3-shot a Lothric Knight, which may not sound like much, but on this early of a build. So this weapon just has one of the most insane weapon arts in the game, which isn't really fair of a weapon art. So it only lasts for a few seconds, but its weapon art is perseverance. So basically you do that, and as long as you have this glow, you cannot be staggered. Like literally, if you get hit by a freaking black knight, not only will it not stagger you, it won't send you flying. I think. I've never actually tested that. But I've always actually done really good with perseverance weapons. I don't know, I just do really well with weapons that have that weapon art. It is just so good. And on top of that, the mace is a hammer, which means it doesn't have the highest, it doesn't have the best moveset or the best speed, but for the damage it can get up to, it has really good speed. Its scaling is insane. It is a strength weapon, but I like it on a quality build. Yeah, damage is insane for its speed level. It's got good stagger. It's got perseverance. This basically has everything you could possibly want in a strength weapon. Except maybe to reach a freaking ultra. But on top of everything else, this weapon does the single best type of damage in the entire game, physical or elemental. I'm talking about strike damage. So it can just smash through most enemies' defenses because it's got the hardest to defend against type of damage in the entire game. it's super easy to infuse and upgrade because it's super cheap soul-wise, and upgrade-wise, it's not a special weapon at all. How early can you get this weapon? So you can either start as a cleric and get it right off the bat and have it for your fight with Ludex. Or you can get it by saving Greyrat and then you just buy it from him for like, I think it's 600 souls. So, is it early game? Yes. No matter what character you start as, you can get this thing before you even fight Vort. And it's, for a hammer, it's OP. It's just, unless you're playing an intelligence build, which Hazel picked, obviously, you're not going to find a better hammer than the Mace. You just plain aren't. Its scaling may only be a CC while infused, but its scaling is deceivingly high. Let me see if I can pull this off again. So, not long ago, I 3-shot this guy with this thing. In fact, not long before starting the video. So let's see here. 1, 2... Yeah, and if Perseverance wasn't enough, it already has really good hyper armor. Come on. Stupid shield. Technically, I'm still gonna 3-shot him, because the shield reduces the damage by so much. Yeah, but with it at the level I have it at my AR, you can 3-shot this guy. For some reason, I didn't 3-shot him this time, but I did before. And as you can see, it can break a shield really easily. You know why that is? It does strike damage. It's super hard to deflect, which means if it hits a shield, the chance that it will just cut through it like butter instead of bouncing off is pretty dang high. I mean, the Mace is a beast. Its moveset isn't the best, in my opinion, but that's just me. But statistically, it is just so good that a mediocre moveset isn't really something to turn you away from the weapon. I mean, unless you absolutely suck at the game and you have to have a good moveset. Otherwise, give the Mace a shot. Greyrat is super easy to get to. Getting the cell key can be a problem for first timers because you got to deal with a dog. You got to deal with a couple of knights. You got to deal with these knife wielding weirdos. You got to deal with 2 guys wielding great axes. You got to deal with a guy throwing firebombs at you, almost all in the same room. So, for beginners, it can be a nightmare to get the key to save Greyrat, but the weapon isn't terribly hard to get your hands on. And if you are a new player and you want to use the Mace, just start as a cleric. It's going to be so much easier. And the cleric's not exactly a bad starting class either. Especially not if you're going to do a faith build. Anyways, this has been my review of the Mace. How do I feel about this weapon personally? I really like it. Not only is it a blunt force instrument that can smash through most things with ease, have the Perseverance weapon art, but it also just looks badass like this.